The world of Skyrim is colossal, as any Bethesda game would be. Large, open worlds are Bethesda's thing. Skyrim's world is based around late medieval times, although it is not in our world. It is mixed with fantasy due to the creatures and enchantments to weapons. This game is created in this way to represent the adventure this game needs to live up to from Morrowind and Oblivion. Bethesda had to make something amazing and bigger, and they accomplished this. Destiny's world really isn't a world, it's more like a solar system, but carrying on. This solar system you can travel across between planets, but the fact that there is a variety of environments, such as the Moon and Venus, make the player feel a sense of discovery. This world is created because I believe Bungie are too afraid to stray from the look and feel of Halo. The world of Asura's Wrath is a cross between Asian mythology and sci-fi. Not really a believable thing, but it kept me magnetised due to the game being a cinematic experience and a unique story, like Heavy Rain or Beyond Two Souls. Half of the time playing I was on Gaia, Earth, and the other half, space. It was insanely fun. The environment is a typical Capcom style and similar to the fighting game Street Fighter. This world is created to appease and make fans feel familiar with the game. The actual terrain on Earth is, as you would expect, barren, due to the Earth being thinly populated and due to it being early on the timeline. The fact that it is based on other anime series makes nearly everything possible in this world. This game also has commercial breaks to make it feel more like a series with its episodic nature. Borderland is a comic book style game as lines are bolder and the environment looks as though it is sketched, with fantasy creatures like skags and a fictional planet called Pandora. This world is created in this style to make it unique and to show it is fictional due to Marcus telling a story at the beginning about Vault Hunters. This post-apocalyptic game looks real due to the almost possible outbreak, and how serious the outcome might be. It's different to your typical zombie outbreak game because it is a different scenario. It is a fungal virus outbreak turning people into clickers, scary deformed creatures with strange fungal infections sticking out of their faces. This game focuses on all aspects, including the environment, as the buildings and cars have started to decay and the seasons are implemented, and we get to see how the characters would manage in environments such as now. Let's just say the Spider-Man in this game is not your typical Spider-Man. At the beginning there is a dark side to him. The creators didn't have much choice in the matter of character design due to Spider-Man being already established in popular culture. He has some sort of black symbiote disorder, like it is his drug. He tries his best to stay away from it. There's also a moment where he walks along a rooftop in slow motion while everything's exploding and people are being attacked, which the usual Spider-Man wouldn't pass. This is what will keep the player going, as it is a dark world and they would want to see how and why the world is like this. Capcom had a little leniency in character design with Asura, as they knew they had to make him angry since he is the demigod of wrath after all. They designed his images similar to the ancient drawings of him, with the lines patterned around his body. However, they twisted the story to make him look like the good guy. Throughout the game it is constant fighting, and the fact that it is mostly a cinematic game means the player has to earn the story instead of just watching it and pressing buttons. Betrayal fuels Asura's wrath, get it? Yeah. They had the base for Asura, the demigod which is perceived as an evil demonic six-armed being. Yep, so they had to give him more power. He has more forms than the six-armed mode to express his sheer power, and the fact that the characters have dramatic actions in fights add effect to the game. What I loved about Asura was that he always came back from the dead, which showed his persistence and added to the effect of him being unstoppable. The fact that you are playing Asura makes you feel sympathy and empathy for him being betrayed and chased from his home. In Destiny, the players are able to create their own character. However, it is a very limited character creation, such as eye colour, hairstyle and race. The gear you get it actually represents your character, however, it swaps looks for stats, which is very disappointing to players wanting their characters to look unique. When you look past that though, you can see that Bungie have tried to let you have your own character, look how you want it to make you feel related with the character, and make you feel like it's your own. Being Batman's longtime nemesis, the Joker is as crazy as he'll ever be in the game, due to predicament he got himself into in the first Arkham game. Obviously they didn't have much say in the matter when it came to character design. They could give him a little variation in his suit, but not stray too far because they might anger the fans of Batman. He has a master plan, however. There are even bigger plots, but this is most threatening to Batman. This shows how dangerous and ruthless Joker is, even when he is ill. The interface in Skyrim is very convenient due to it disappearing while out of combat and fading in while in combat. The only thing you can see on your screen while out of combat is your compass. This helps the player get immersed in the game and its realism. The timing between your character getting damaged and using magicka or running, and the bars to represent this turning up are amazing, as they show almost instantly. This helps the player know when he has to run for cover or just run away. The sounds you hear when you level up are dramatic, which adds to the effect of the game. In the Shadow of the Colossus, the UI is minimal to keep you feeling immersed in the sheer size of the game and its world. The way you navigate and find weaknesses on Colossi is with your sword. In this is unique to the game and different to other games, which have a minimap to help you navigate, which either tells you or makes you waste all of your ammo on finding a weak spot or something. This game makes you feel like a speck of dust against the Colossi until you attack one, and the responses you get when you hit the weak spot makes you feel a little more confident about facing them. Your horse had to respond to different actions like an actual horse, so the horse would be reluctant to carry out some orders or act slow. This game is about survival, and to show this it displays your resources, health and hunger level. This adds to the player's feel of the game and supports its goal. The speed a block is placed down at is instant. I believe that this is because the player would get bored of placing a block down for 10 seconds. It shows many perspectives that you can change with one button to fit all your players' comforts. Full motion video games are games entirely made up of pre-recorded video files. This is a narration technique. This quickly failed though and was scrapped due to the game being like a highway going straight for miles with a few stops along the way. One example of this would be Sewer Shark. It is a first-person rail shooter game, the first on its home console, but this failed and then was released for the Sega CD expansion unit.